Deep in the Penthos system, located in the Segmentum Tempestus, lies the planet Artune 4. Away from prying eyes, this dust-filled world has begun to undergo some changes. A scouting force of Adeptus Mechanicus troops from Forge World Xerxes has made planetfall, but soon their equipment and sensors aren't working and they lose contact with their orbiting ship, the Cyrus. Already highly suspicious due to the presence of a Calexis assassin on their expedition, they encounter a most unwelcome surprise as they investigate this seemingly abandoned planet. Battle is soon joined, but who will triumph? Hi there everyone, Chris from 6++ here, and today I'm joined by Lee as we take you through this 2000 point Strike Force battle set on the dusty plains of Artune 4.
Hello there.
The Adeptus Mechanicus are currently a serious force to be reckoned with on the competitive scene, and Lee, you're bringing a heavy hitting demon force of big Gribblies to smash face. Feeling confident?
Absolutely not.
It's exactly the sort of positive vibe we love on the channel, so let's move swiftly on and take a look at the lists. As you can see, we have a pretty varied AdMech force today, and one that, although isn't the most optimised, is still capable of dealing out a bucket load of hurt. It's being run as Lucius, which greatly enhances the durability by giving +1 save against 1 damaged weapons, alongside the additional benefit of +3 inches to ranged weapons. The characters will be key early doors whilst they share their buffs. Not only are they giving off rerolls, but they can pick units to have extra range and an additional AP to their weapons, fall back and shoot, have light cover, ignore AP 1 and 2, and even only be wounded only on a 4+. Solar Flare, a Lucius relic offering a redeploy mid-game, could be critical if timed correctly. The core troop choices, the Vanguard and Rangers, are a galactic-wide menace at the moment. Not only can they be buffed to incredible levels of durability, but their output is phenomenal due to a couple of stratagems. The Vanguard can auto-wound anything that isn't a vehicle on a 4 to hit, which will be massive in this matchup, and the Rangers can turn their heavy 2 guns into rapid-fire 2, meaning a huge number of shots being unleashed. Iron Striders are also incredibly points efficient currently, and today the 5 of them will be causing big issues for the monsters unless they can be dealt with quickly. Speaking of things moving quickly, what nasty surprises do you have in store today, Lee?
Well, today we have something a little special, featuring 3 Slaanesh Greater Demons and none other than the Dark Master Be'lakor himself. These guys will be looking to inflict an excess amount of pain onto the AdMech today, and are all capable of getting around the board incredibly quickly. The majority of the list is Slaanesh focused, so we'll have the ability to advance and charge across the board, which will hopefully allow the AdMech to be closed in on quickly. Although he's not part of a Disciples of Be'lakor list, he is going to be joining the party as he has now gained the Slaanesh keyword, as well as other god-specific keywords. Not only are all of these monsters close combat juggernauts, they're also potent psychers too, enabling psychic dominance despite the presence of a pesky Calexis assassin. This dominance will be further supported by the presence of a Tzeentch Fluxmaster. On top of all this, Be'lakor will be providing reroll hits of 1 to all of the demons, which will improve their efficiency greatly. Supporting the big monsters, there are a variety of troops, but most notably a host of 30 pink horrors. These are good for holding objectives due to their 4+ invulnerable save, and put out a frightening number of AP0 shots, which, when buffed, can still put the hurt on most targets. Finally, a key unit today could be the Fiends of Slaanesh, as these have the ability to stop units falling back, and therefore reduce the amount of firepower targeting the demons. If these can get into the right units, they could very well win the game.
Sounds pretty terrifying. Well, today's mission is Sweep and Clear, a 5 objective mission in which 5 primary points are scored for holding 1 objective, 5 for holding 2, and of course 5 for holding more. Secondaries always have a huge impact on how the game is played, so what have you gone for today, Lee?
Well Chris, I've gone for Stranglehold, Warp Ritual and Engage on all fronts. My game plan is based around rushing toward the AdMech as quickly as possible, and I can't imagine the AdMech will be pushing up to meet me. As such, holding the middle of the board could very well happen over the opening turns, as I slowly or maybe quickly get shot away. Warp Ritual should be effective due to the AdMech having no psychers, and all demon lists want to be taking Engage on all fronts. How about you?
Well, I've gone for Engage on all fronts as well, alongside Abhor the Witch and Assassination. The planes help with Engage, and with the demons having 4 big psychic monsters that are also characters, they are prime targets, and I feel my list has the firepower to deal with them. It's now time to head down to the battlefield and check out the deployment of the armies, but before we do so, if you are enjoying the content, please do give us a like and a subscribe, as it really does help. The armies have been deployed. Lee, what's the plan, sir?
So the plan is, and what I've done so far, is to deploy all of the greater demons as far out of line of sight as possible. That's just in case I do end up going second. I want to stay out of range of as many las cannons as I possibly can. And then the other thing is to try and score my secondary. So what I've done is positioned units so that I can actually get into the table quarters, get to the centre, and hopefully try and be able to cast my warp ritual as well. And hopefully, if I go second, not just take a killing blow in turn 1.
And in terms of the AdMech, main deployment strategy would appear to be, can we fit in our deployment zone, which was quite the squeeze. But in terms of things I thought about, we've got some Vanguard here who are obviously going to be key in this matchup. We've just kind of screened off over here with the Breachers and then the Corpus Scari, and then we've got the Bombers ready to go and deliver their payload. So it is now time for that all-important roll-off. First turn roll-off, neither of us know what we want to do, so the gods, hopefully the Omnissiah, is going to decide
the gods.
the right way. So, Lee, as you're the guest, the first roll, you roll...
A 4.
A 4, and for the Emperor, Omnissiah,
A 4.
that's a great roll. It's a 4 as well. Okay, off you go again, so go on. Oh, it's off camera.
Again.
It's a 4 again. Okay. And we've got
a
a 2. So you are going first. So we will come back once the demons have begun their advance. Okay, Chaos Demon movement phase numero uno is complete. As you can see, they have kind of just taken up the whole of the midboard. So Lee, do you want to talk us through what you've done?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll go straight to that. So the first thing is I have taken over the midboard. I've got that big physical presence in the middle there with all those pinks. The Flameless is a bit of a charge deterrent if you fancy it. And Be'lakor there as well. So that's good for 2 of my secondaries. I've got a bit more chaff out here on the side. It just needs to sort of stand there. So Be'lakor can then defend them. They will die if they get shot at, but I like to think that there's other things for the AdMech to be shooting at. On this side, I've actually spread my keepers a tad. So I've got this one here with the red sword. So that one is the Warlord and has the 4-up invuln as its exalted exalted Greater Demon trait. And the other one over here has the -1 to be wounded. So the reason they've come over here is just to stretch Chris away from the middle and hope he'd sort of make him turn his attention away from where I'm actually scoring points.
Yeah, no, it's a nice place. So we're now moving into the psychic phase, and you're going to kick off with Warp Ritual.
I am. So I'm going to use Be'lakor for Warp Ritual, just because the other casters in the area have things they can actually do.
Yep.
And he doesn't. So I'm just going to cast it. So Warp Charge 3. So let's see how we do. Oh, only just.
Sketchy, but he's
luckily the Collectus is far enough away.
Yeah, so he's off the mark. We're going to do the rest of the psychic powers off camera, and you will rejoin us in the shooting phase. Psychic phase is complete. In terms of the highlights, a smite went big and managed to do 6 mortal wounds over here. Other than that, Lee, do you want to just quickly run us through what happened?
Yeah, the only other thing of note, I guess, was we obviously saw the Warp Witch already, and then we had a Delightful Agonies, and I've actually put on Be'lakor, now that he has this Slanesh Demon keyword, just to give him a little bit more survivability.
Nice, that'll give him a 6-up Feel No Pain.
Yes, and there were no other psychic powers, actually, because either they were too offensive and they couldn't reach, or they weren't necessary.
Yeah, cool. So we're now into the shooting phase, and the only thing to shoot is the pinks. In terms of ranges, 14 pinks are going to be shooting into the Corpus Scari there in the middle, and then the rest who can reach, which can reach, will be going into the breaches. They have been flickering flames.
They have been flickering flames.
So +1 to wound. So we are hitting on 5s.
On 5s.
We're going to be wounding the Corpus Scari on 2s and the breaches on 4s, and then the Corpus Scari will be having a 5-up invuln, 5-up Feel No Pain, and the breaches on a 2-up save. So,
great. So
let's get rolling.
Got 22 shots here, the first batch. 5s running 1s because of Be'lakor.
9 hits in the first batch. Time for the second batch into the priests. 20 hits so far, and then we're going to be wounding on 2s. 15 wounds, so we've got 15 5-up invulnerables, and hopefully some better Feel No Pains. That is 8 dead Corpus Scari. And then the rest of the shots into the breaches. So we have got 33 shots hitting on 5s. All the dice. 9 hits, force to wound. And we have got 2 up saves. Classic. And that's Lee's turn over with, apart from the morale. So for the Corpuscari, leadership 8, lost 8. I roll a 3, so they run away. So one runs. Does the other one run on a 1 or a 2? He does. All the Corpuscari are dead.
That was unexpected.
And then finally the Raiders need a 5 to run away. Rolled a 6. And then does the other one run away? No, he does not. So I have 1 Raider left, no Corpuscari left. And that ends Lee's turn. So he is now on 18 because he scored 2 for engagement all fronts, 3 for direct assault, and 3 for warp ritual. So now it's time to unleash the pain train. So the AdMech are fighting back. As you saw earlier, we are our Doctrina Imperative is the one where we are ballistic skill 2. So we are going to be trying to cause a lot of hurt. Losing the Corpuscari hurt. Normally I would start them off the board, but I figured there wouldn't be much space to land. Also, I should have been saving on 4s. I've just realised that because of Lucius. But not to worry, they were probably all dead anyway. So, in terms of my movement, I'm trying to engage in all fronts. We've got 2 planes who've done their bombing. 1 stayed on the board. 1 has gone off the board, and they have bombed over that model there. So I'm going to do that now. So that is 12 dice. And we're looking for 4s. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds on...
Alright, Keeper. The Keeper does have a shield. He will ignore them on
exciting.
5s.
Got him.
So ignore one of them. So
No,
take
so
3
it takes
mortal
3
wounds.
mortal wounds from the 2 bombers. Cool. And then in terms of other stuff, as you can see, I'm kind of moving up the flank here just to try and get some shots there. The Vanguard are going to pop the Strat to be wounding on 4s to hit into that fine lady. The Rangers are going to be double shooting, or rapid fire too, I should say, into the pinks there. The Priest Boat has moved over here. Other than that, the buffs aren't particularly prevalent, but I have got buffs. So this lot are this lot are transhumaned. Get some cards if you're an AdMech player. Highly recommend them. And this lot don't really have much. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So we're going to move into the shooting phase now. Okay guys, so we are partway through our shooting phase. It has been...
As expected, really.
Okay, so we killed a few brimstones over there. Other than that, not much happened. And then the Rangers lined up the shots and targeted the pinks.
And they all died.
So that is pretty brutal. Lee didn't roll too great on his saves, and 31 for up invulnerables was failed, unfortunately. So that's kind of the middle of the board gone for him. A few other pot shots. The Vanguard tried to do what they do best and fire into monsters, wounding on 4s to hit, which is just so obscene for 1 CP and not fun for anyone apart from the AdMech player. And we got through 14, so he's left on 2 wounds. So now it's up to the Las Cannon boys over here. You've just got line of sight to see if they can finish her off. So here we go. So 2, 4, 6 shots. 2s, re-rolling, 1s.
They all hit.
They all hit. It's a good start, Lee. Not for you.
Not for me.
And then we'll be wounding on 3s, but you're -1 to wound. So we're 4s, rerolling 1s. That's
a shocker.
Only 1, Lee.
This could go big. I'm going to roll it right now.
Oh, live on camera, even though it's not live.
4 up info.
4 up for info.
I failed it.
Are you going to CP reroll it? What it does is, if you do that, it makes me fire my autocannons into...
I will.
Okay, so CP reroll it. New dice.
Yay!
3, so he's still alive. So I've now got to fire my autocannons in, which I didn't want to do because he's -1 to wound. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Clearly, when on camera, my dice rolling just falls.
Yeah, can you just film the whole thing, please?
Yeah. Okay, so we're not re-rolling once. That's 10 hits, Lee.
It's an alarming amount.
It's an alarming. And then we would be wounding you on 4s, but we're now 5s. Which there are 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's going to be too many.
Oh.
3 4-ups on 3 dice.
3 4-ups.
Does not seem
2 damage
likely.
each. Come on.
Oh, he's only done it!
Oh.
Wow.
It's
unexpected.
That is unexpected. Okay, well, I was expecting him to die, so I've now got to work out what else to do. So I've got my tank left to fire, and that's it, I think. So I could fire my mortar into him, which I think I probably will do. So, here we go. And then we'll put, we've already discussed it, but just so you know, he's going to put his missile into the Flamer Boys and the Stubbers. But we won't film that because that's not very fun. But 3d3 shots.
Come on, 3.
It's happened before. Okay, that's
pretty
7.
good.
3, 6, 7. Nurgle's number. He is not here today, though. Maybe he is in spirit. Who knows? 6 hits, Lee.
Oh.
Now we're looking for... it would be 5. So does that mean I'm now on 6?
6s. This is squeaky.
This is so squeaky.
Oh, 1. How much damage is it?
2.
Oh.
1 4-up invulnerable. Can he do it again? No CP.
Oh, it's a 6.
He's done it! Oh, this little lady doesn't want to die. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of the shooting off camera. Just fire the missile and the Stubbers into the Flamers, and then we'll come back with an end of turn recap. Okay, well, that is the end of the turn. The missile did nothing, but the Stubbers then managed to finish off the Flamers. No charges to declare, no morale to do. Oh, on the Brims, do they suffer?
They lost. They will.
6.
So they probably almost certainly will. Yeah. So that 1 runs away, and then 3 dice for the remaining.
1s and 2s.
1 more. So it leaves me with 2.
2 remaining. So in terms of that turn, obviously the expectation was to kill at least 1 monster, and it has spectacularly failed. But at the same time, I didn't expect to kill the pinks, so swings and roundabouts. At least I've now made holding middle of the board quite hard. Lee has got 3 big Gribblies, 4 big Gribblies, one's hidden behind that rock. So yeah, if Lee can get in and start beating some stuff up, it will be interesting. I scored 3 for engage, but then no assassination and no Abhor the Witch. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in turn 2. This is certainly a bloody battle. I think we're looking at a turn 3 decision either way, probably. But yeah, Lee's movement phase up next. Right, the movement phase is complete. Obviously no big pink blob in the middle, but everything else has now moved up. So Lee, do you want to just talk us through what you've done?
Yeah, so without the pink blob, I've had to try and consolidate a little bit more in the middle there. And the keeper that you see in the middle was actually targeted by a stratagem, which meant it could only move half of its distance, advance half, and charge half. So
Seismic bomb, yeah.
Seismic bomb. So it was kind of useless to do anything with. So I've tried to put him in the centre and then try and obscure him as much as I can. In this corner, I've tried to just, again, consolidate onto this objective with the fiends that we're hidden over here. And then my intention is to try and block in that tank, charge it with the demonettes and everything, and just hold it up for as long as I possibly can.
Yeah,
obviously, it can just shoot into them. That stops those priests coming out, hopefully.
Yes.
Interestingly, we have Be'lakor. So he's charged up here.
Being an aggressive lad.
It's hard to know whether or not this is a good idea, or if it's just because I haven't used him yet, so I want to have a good go.
Yeah.
But to try and get him into the action, really put the pressure on. And then lastly, in this corner, the keeper that miraculously survived is going to come and try and take on these autocannons. A couple of fiends to try and take this objective off of the raider. And then Shalaxi, I've not quite decided yet. Feels a bit wasteful to go into some rangers, but maybe into those breaches instead.
Yeah, so it could hurt as a turn. You never know. Stranger things have happened. We're now into the psychic phase. And what are you going to start with, Lee?
I'm going to get Warp Breach out of the way.
Yep, of course.
In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to do Gaze of Fate first, because then I can use it to reroll.
Cheeky.
So Gaze of Fate from this guy here. So that goes off. And then I will go straight with the keeper here to do Warp Ritual.
Cut.
That goes off with a 10.
It does, of course, go off despite the Collector's best efforts.
Yes.
And then we're moving on to...
Let's use Be'lakor, because his powers are new.
That's exciting.
So I'd like to just do those for the people watching. So what I'm going to try and do is, the powers he knows is Void Slivers, which is a mortal wound power, and Pool of Despair. I'm going to do Pool of Despair first.
Yep.
So that's a Watch Up 7. So
What does it do?
So you can choose 3 buffs. Or debuffs. So firstly, you can make a unit fight last.
Nice.
You can turn off any rerolls.
Yep.
And I don't remember the other one right now.
But you don't really care,
I'm
because
going to
there's
do
only one you want to use.
I'm going to be trying to target the Marshal.
Yeah. Turn off his rerolls for hits and wounds of
exactly.
1. Cool, so it'd be a 7, but
Mighty
Mr. Calixtus is making it a 9.
So here we go. Oh, no, not going to go off. I'm not going to do anything about that.
No.
Not close enough. But I am going to try and do Void Slivers as well.
Okay.
So that would also need a 9. That does go off. So what that will do is a beam across here. So it'd be D3 mortal wounds to the rangers there.
Cheeky.
And lift 1 to anything across that line that's
cool.
12 inches. So I think is only this guy here.
Yeah. Okay, so D3 mortal wounds.
D3 on those guys. It's 1.
1 poor dead ranger. Okay, we'll do the rest off camera. If there's anything exciting, we'll let you know. And then it'll be the almost non-existent shooting phase before the mightily scary charge phase. Right, the rest of the psychic phase is complete. What happened, Lee?
Yeah, so the only other thing that happened, did a mortal wound over here via a smite.
Cheeky.
Failed some powers thanks to the Calexis. And I mean, the only thing that really mattered was getting the Warp Ritual off. So yeah, nothing else.
The hero of the Empyrean.
He always does well against me, doesn't he?
Look at those bum cheeks. Oh, just the highlighting strong game there. Cool, so we are now swiftly into the shooting phase.
Yeah.
And there isn't much shooting.
Like I said, we're swiftly out of it as well.
We've got a bit of
Shalaxi's
whipping
whip.
action from this lady. And who's she whipping?
So she's going to whip into these guys here.
Okay.
And I was tempted to whip into the breaches there, but that's a charge that's actually worth making.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So I will be. These are transhumans, so I will be winning them on 4s.
Yeah.
But I will be hitting you on 2s. Wish Be'lakor was around. And then winning on 4s.
That's one, Lee.
Have you rolled 1s to wound?
That's so unfair.
Yeah, didn't make much difference. So I got 2 at -2, 2 damage each.
2 at -2. I'm ignoring AP and AP, and a 2 damage each. So I've got +1 to my save. So my normal saves are 4, so I'm on a 3. So 2 3-up saves, of which I fail 1. So that's 1 poor...
1 whipped.
Proper whipped. And that is
That's gonna be it for that.
Shooting phase done. Into the charge phase we swiftly move, and so far I played 1 CP to Overwatch with this tank and kill 1 Fury. So do you want to roll the Furies into the tank?
Let's see if those Furies get in. They do.
Hefty 5.
Okay, so
they're
I'll leave
in.
that next to them.
Yep,
the Demonettes getting +1 to this. Okay, very hefty roll.
They're very excited.
Grab some more dice. The Fiends here in the middle into those breaches. They're definitely going in.
Just as well, I wasn't worried about these being also charged.
These Fiends, they get in as well. I'm actually running out of dice here.
This
keeper, that is fine. We checked it.
It was a 4 to get in.
And it needs even more dice. I'm making so many charges.
So many charges.
So Be'lakor is going to go into the tank. Games Workshop promised me that Be'lakor could chop a tank in half, so I need to find out. That's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Shalaxi into the breaches.
Come on, fail 1 charge, Lee.
I don't think I did.
Oh, damn you.
Wow, that was a good charge phase. That's what happens when you've only got 4-inch charges to make.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, we'll move those in and then we'll work out what thing Lee is killing first next. So we're into the fight phase. So far, he got slightly scratched, took 3 wounds from some demonettes. And then over here, it is time for Keeper Secret number 1 to do her thing.
She is hurting a little bit.
She is hurt. Yes.
Whilst she would normally enjoy that, I'm not going to enjoy the fact that her attacks are reduced.
Oh,
so I've got 4 attacks with the sword.
Okay.
So looking for 2s. Getting 3 hits. Strength 8, so looking for 3s.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s. So you've got 3 there. Cool. -3 flat 3 damage.
Is the next attack's -3?
They are exactly the same. So I've got 2 snapping claws.
Well.
So looking for 2s again. Strength 6, so looking for 4s.
Yep.
But again, rerolling 1s, which is good because I've rolled 2 of them.
Yes.
So there you go. So you've got 4 at -3 flat 3.
4 at -3 flat 3. So I've got 5 up in save currently because of my +1, which I make none of.
That would kill both of them.
So
Chris.
that means they both die. So that's gone well. That's fun. Excellent. Cool.
And you know what's great about that? I killed a unit, so I also get D3 wounds
You
back.
do get D3 wounds.
So that's going to be 3 back.
Up to 5.
Up to 5.
That is really annoying because I was going to bomb her next turn.
Now it's less likely.
Much less likely. Okay, well, let's move swiftly on.
Yeah.
What's next?
Should we do Shalaxi next?
Yeah, see if she can.
So just going to try and smash those robots to bits.
They are -1 to hit.
Yes.
For my
so
tentacles.
6 attacks with my Soul Piercer. So that here we are. So looking for 3s.
Yep.
It does make a big difference. I am at strength 12.
It's probably going to be 2s then, Lee, isn't it?
2s. And reroll 1s again.
Yeah, for sure.
So you've got 4 at -4 d6 damage.
4.
-4.
Is that 4?
Sorry, you've got 3 at -4.
Okay. So I'm on the 6 up.
Each one is d6.
3. Cool. So the first one just kills 1 because he's got 1 wound, and the next one has 1 wound left.
I've got my Gaze of Fate.
Oh.
No, I need it just in case Be'lakor doesn't chop the tank in half.
Of course, but Games Workshop says he does, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've still got the fiends to attack.
So one of those dies and one's on 1 wound. What we'll do now is we'll go into the almighty Be'lakor.
6. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the heavy smash attack. So I am going to be looking for 2s, and Be'lakor gives reroll 1s to demons, including himself. He doesn't have a core keyword or anything like that, so 2s rerolling 1s.
Nice.
And I am at strength 12, so 2s.
Yep.
Don't reroll 1s to wound, but you do have 5 at -4, no advance save allowed.
Okay, so I'm on a 2 up, so I'm now on a 6 up.
Yeah.
How much damage are these each?
D3 plus 3.
That's quite a lot, Lee.
It is quite a lot.
I need quite the good roll here. That is not quite the good roll.
So 3, 6, 9, 12 already.
Okay.
Plus 3. Yeah, he's dead.
He is dead. Does he explode? I won't auto explode the tank because that would probably hurt me quite a bit. I do not explode by tank.
Games Workshop did not lie.
Games Workshop did not lie. So currently that's dead and that's on a wound.
Yeah.
Let's see if the 2 fiends can finish them off. Because Shalaxi sucks.
Yes.
Is what we
So the regular claws, looking for 3s.
-1 to hit.
Yeah, so 4s. And then strength 4, so looking for 4s or 5s?
Toughness 5.
So looking for 5s. So you've got 1 at -4, 2 damage.
And that's a 6 up save. Which I fail.
And then I've got the 2
He's
tails.
dead. And I've got 1 left.
Both hit.
Ooh.
1 wound. AP3, D3 damage.
5 up save.
It's good.
Like a boss.
So you got
1
1
left alive.
Which is actually quite good for me,
He's
because now I can do that.
And that means I don't get to shoot them unless this guy goes huge. He's going to kill both of them, Lee. He's got 3 attacks. You can't do it.
It's not possible.
Is Shalaxi -1 to hit or anything?
She is -1 to hit in combat, yes.
Okay, so I might as well go into the fiends then. So 3 attacks hitting on 4s.
2 hits.
2 hits.
I'm only toughness 4.
3 to wound.
There's 2 wounds. 5 pin bar save.
I just suddenly realised I have absolutely no idea what they are like in combat, because they might well be... they've got like Thunderhammer type things. So I'm just silently looking at my codex. Nothing to see here, guys. Here we are. We are Hydraulic Claw. Strength ×2. So I was wounding you on 2s.
So that's fine. You've done that.
That's great. -2, 3 damage each.
So you can't kill them both.
Damn it.
And I've failed only 1 save, so 1's on a wound.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. So, they're dead. He's alive. The tank is very dead. And that is the turn. There's no morale to do. Nope. How did you feel that turn went, Lee?
I feel like it was a fun turn, if nothing else. I got to get in with a lot of stuff. I killed the walkers here, which I'm pleased at. Although, as we saw in the last turn, it was actually the infantry that did most of the damage. But to tie that up in the middle, I think is great. And sort of stopping that from being an issue next turn. I've got at least Shalaxi that won't be targeted by shooting, which is great. So yeah, pretty pleased.
And you're also building up a pretty big points lead now, because you got 3 for engage, you got 3 for direct assault, you got 3 for your warp ritual. So actually,
4 for warp ritual.
4. Sorry. So you're starting to build up a lead. The WADMEC way with this particular list I've experienced is kind of go behind, kill everything, catch up at the end. So we'll see if that does work now. But yeah, we'll go into the AdMech movement phase next. Alright, the AdMech movement phase for turn 2 is complete. Struggling a bit here. Running out of things to shoot with, and you know, I'm getting hurt quite a lot at the moment. We were saying just like the knock-on effect of by him kind of not dying, she then managed to kill the 2 autocannons, and those autocannons, if they were still alive, they would be killing off those 2 fiends. So it's like that knock-on effect is actually having quite the impact. So I've had to basically position myself so I've got lots of backup options. Bellicor's an absolute nightmare to get rid of. So Vanguards hitting on 4s or wounding on hits rolls of 4s is where we're at to try and soften him down. I've got a lot of other shooting. In a perfect world, Bellicor and this guy and that guy die. Probably not though. Over here, I had to emergency disembark the priests so they could get out, and that meant 2 died. But yeah, what we'll do now is the bombing. I'm looking for 5 out of 6 dice being 4s, 4 or mores, and that would mean, Lee, that this monster would die.
We need 6 4-ups, 5 4-ups.
I need 5 4-ups.
That would be really unfortunate.
I would love it.
But he's only gone and done it.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
That made up for last time, I guess, in a weird
dead,
way.
So
He's dead.
that changes.
Gosh.
All that cascading is now undone.
Yeah, exactly. All undone. Right. Wow, that was...
Glad we filmed that one.
That was unexpected, yeah. Okay, so we're going to do some boring shooting, and we'll come back with the exciting shooting next. Right. Shooting phase is approaching the end. And here we are. Oh, that was so subtly. What has happened? Well, sports fans.
What hasn't happened?
What hasn't happened? All off camera, of course. We obviously haven't been rolling a billion dice because it's quite boring to watch. But the Vanguard stepped up, 15 of them. And you'll notice there is a Bellicor-shaped hole where he used to stand. 15 Vanguard taking down Bellicor in 1 turn of shooting. Why wouldn't they? Love it. That makes everyone happy. -1 to hit, hitting on 4s, -1 to wound, 4-up save, still died. Yeah, because can't reroll anything. Obviously, I was just all my 4s were to hit were wounding, so yeah, that's fair. And then these Rangers have put quite a lot of hurt onto this lady, and she's got 5 wounds left. Bit of chip damage elsewhere. And just to finish off, we have got These las chickens hoping to knock him off the objective. So we have got 6 shots. Lee has spent a CP to make them -1 to hit. So we have got hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. That's a disgustingly good roll.
It really is.
So
it's not going to happen right now, is it? I'm going to make all the saves there, so it's okay.
You're going to make all the saves, it's okay. And then we are, I assume...
Yeah, 2s.
I'm just going to...
Oh, wow.
That was like when I fired into the brimstones with 16 shots and killed 3 of them. So it's just as well as 2s, isn't it? So this is a lot of saves you need to make, Lee. You can do it. You've...
2 make 3 of them, but they're D3 plus 3, so you can't fail, so they're all done.
So they are all
womp,
dead. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, so my goal has not quite been fulfilled. I've killed Bellacorn, I've killed this lady. I didn't quite kill her, which, you know, I guess I'll take. So we've now got charges. The priests are going to go into the fiends over there. They need
like a 2.
Nothing. So yeah, they're in a 5, and the Calexis is going to go into the fiends as well. So
just about makes it.
As well. Lee rolls 12s. I'm rolling 4s, but you don't just efficiency.
Yeah.
See, it's all about.
You just got Vanguard, so you don't need anything.
Don't need anything else. Cool. So fight phase up next. Right. So we are now into the fight phase. The priests have done 1 mortal wound on the charge, and we're now going to smash your face in, Lee.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
So we are hitting on 3s, like a boss. Pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Look at all those 6s. Obviously, we don't want to waste the 6s, because what happens, Lee, when I roll 6s to wound?
You kill Demon Prince in 1 turn.
I kill Demon Prince in 1 turn. There is no Demon Prince. There's just fiends. I've got too many dice. I can't pick them all up. Can that be my roll? No. Lee's going to help me.
Oh, that one counts.
Counts as a roll. It's a 4. It's a wound. I've rolled 1, 2, 6s. So that's 4 mortal wounds. So you've taken 5 mortal wounds so far.
So one's dead and one's on 3.
And then you've got strength. I plus 1 strength, so I'm strength 6. So 3s to wound. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8.
8 5-ups. I need to take every single one.
You can do it!
Pretty good roll, but not good enough.
Or not. They dead. The objective is mine. Moving over, the keeper is going to try and obviously spectacularly fail to kill the one breacher.
So looking for 2s.
Oof, gross.
And then looking for 2s again. We're rolling 1s this time. So we've got 4 minus 4. D6 damage.
4 6s, Lee.
Is it still 6s?
Yeah, they always have a 2.
They always have a 2 up.
Because they're legends.
They're
not core and therefore can't hit anything.
Yeah, that's true.
4 6s coming right up. Oh!
Get 2. 2d6 damage.
Well, just don't roll double 1. Oh, do you want a CP reroll the 3 into a
I
1?
don't think I will, actually. I think I'll let that be.
Move. Okay, well, that's dead. One thing, just some incredibly talented play. I did just position the Calexis just off here so that the keeper can't fit through that base and kill them.
Yeah.
Okay, so just wanted to make everyone aware of how amazing I am.
That's good. Good that you do that.
Yeah. So now we have got the fiends.
And they
attack
the Calexis, so they can attack.
What do you like about the Calexis?
I love that you can only hit on 6s.
I love that too, Lee.
I just don't understand why he has that rule. None of the other assassins have that rule. What makes him so special? He's anti-psycho. He's not anti-hitting. Doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense, Lee.
Anyway.
Roll your 6s. Please don't.
Roll 2.
Oh.
Now 2 damage each, just to warn you. Only got 1 wound though.
4 up invulnerable save because he's so quick, which he makes.
And then the 2 attacks with the tail.
Oh no.
1 no.
Nothing.
Nothing, and that's why he's so fun.
He's so much fun.
Between that and the Vanguard, you've really brought the fun
4
units
dice,
today.
please. Yeah.
Oh. There you are. 4 dice.
Thank you. Hitting on 2s. No, he'll hit me. Wounding on, I think it's strength user. So
I'm tough as 4.
So that is
2 wounds.
2.
Nick them both though. going to be a long combat.
It's going to be
no one can go anywhere.
Yeah, we're all stuck in here together. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. Things that didn't go according to plan is not much, Lee.
I can't name anything that didn't go perfectly well, Chris.
Well, that's still alive, so that's upsetting.
I mean, a keeper at Be'lakor and to get me off both objectives in one turn, not bad.
It's not a bad turn two for Admech, you're right. Well, back was against the wall. The Omnissiah has lent his mechanical arm. So anyway, in terms of the score, I will be scoring 2 for engage. I've now killed some psychic characters, so that's quite tasty. So my points have increased by an amount.
A huge amount.
Which you can see on the screen right now.
In case we get it wrong.
In case we get it wrong. So yeah, Chaos Demons turn 3 up next. Okay, Lee, things aren't looking too good.
The demonic horde is definitely thinning quite rapidly.
So, what's your plan?
Well, I was just going through it, and there aren't a huge amount of things I can do, but I am going to sort of try and get as many points out of the game as I can.
Of course.
So what I've tried to do is I've fallen back these Furies, so I've got a couple touching this objective. That's relevant really only if the Keeper, that I've moved across as well, can either get into combat by charging at -2 through the trees, and killing some of these guys, and also trying to use psychic powers to kill our number as well.
Yep.
I've stayed in the middle with my Flux Master. I want to try and get my final psychic ritual. And then the only other thing that I've got really is Shalaxi over here, and to be honest, there wasn't really much I could do on this side. So really this is a glory moment to try and kill some of those last cannon striders.
Absolutely. Don't blame you. Cool. So do you want to do your warp ritual?
We do warp ritual live.
Move into the psychic phase.
It does go off even with the -2, it's only a warp charge 3. So,
cheeky.
So that's that done anyway. So.
Is this one going to do any exciting powers?
I need to check.
Okay, alright, well, you suck. Okay, well, the psychic phase was super exciting. The Calexis went huge because, you know...
He always does.
He's a boss. And nothing happened. So we're now going to be getting our whip on.
So yeah, I'm just going to whip into these Iron Striders here.
Cool.
So looking for 2s. And then strength 6, so looking for 4s.
Yeah, they're trying to...
Rerolling 1s. And that's cocked. So you've got 2 at -2, 2 damage each.
3 ups, so they are 5s, which I make.
Take 2 damage.
Cheeky. Right, and then we're into the charge phase.
So I might as well just do them all live.
Charge live in the past. Off you go. Yep.
Not they're all that kind of bothered. No. The one that's relevant, I guess, is here.
So what do you need?
So it was a 6 before, but obviously he's moved away. So let's check. 7 now.
7.
7. Gotta re-roll it. My only chance. No.
Oh, Lee.
I know. I did everything I could, but
did
just ran out of steam a little bit.
Okay, well, after that abject failure,
yeah,
Lee's going to go beat some stuff up.
It just makes me feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
So, looking for 2s. Great.
Force to wound.
Force to wound.
Transhuman.
You're rolling 1s. Oh, great. Good so far. Really good. 1 at -4, d6 damage.
Okay, so I got 6 up invulnerable, which I make.
Great.
So that was fun.
4 attacks for the claws.
Ah, here we go.
This is where it's going to get huge. By missing 2 straight away. And now I'm going to be on 4s again. Rerolling 1s. So I got 1 at -3, flat 3.
So I've rolled another 6, so it's fine. Oh, damn. Okay, so I've taken 3. Okay, well, that's fine. That was
there's nothing else. Oh, there's the 2 fiends.
The 2 fiends.
That can attack the Calexis.
Oh, of course, yes.
Which I will do, because, you know, I hate him. So.
You do hate the Calexis.
We'll grab 2 more
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Something to do with the fact you always have psychers in your armies.
Look for 6s. 1. Not wounded.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Good turn.
I'll do my fights back, but nothing will happen from that. So, I guess that's
the end of my turn 3.
Right, the Admech movement phase is complete for turn 3. Obviously, it's just a matter of trying to blow Lee to smithereens now. With that in mind, these guys are falling back and shooting because they can, because that's Admech. These guys, I'm going to use my new fresh CP to smash into him. He has got mortal wounded by a bomber, so that is 6 dice, mortal wounds. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's taken 4 wounds already. These rangers have begun their trek upfield. They, I'm just going to put some shots into there, maybe try and kill that, we'll see. But then make a charge onto this guy to get me onto objective. These priests will just chop up the Furies just because they can. And that will probably be all she wrote. So we're just going to show the last cannons.
Do the last cannons.
Because the last cannons are always so exciting. So 6 shots. Are you warp surging?
I am warp surging.
So 6 shots, 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, he's failed. Oh, he's gone huge on the 2s.
And then with 3s to wind, re-rolling 1s from Marshall.
Oh, he's gone bigger that time.
So we've got 3.
3 4-ups. Oh, pass 2.
Oh, CP.
I'm going to CP it. I've got the CP.
Bad.
Oh, he's fine.
Boss, like a boss. Excellent. Well, we will catch you up on how the rest of that shooting goes next. Okay, we've done some shooting. If you remember all of 2 seconds ago, if you're watching this, the las cannons failed spectacularly. Well, obviously, who needs las cannons when you can just have vanguard?
You've got strength 3 auto guns or whatever they are.
He died. Those vanguards have been on a mission.
They've killed 2 keepers and Be'lakor.
They're 1,000 points a model.
1,000 points of models. Well, the keepers.
About 800.
Yeah, about 800 points.
Not a bad day's work.
For like 3 CP and like 150 points.
Yeah, I'll take that. Say that, yeah.
Why do I make good?
So that happened, and then lots of other things died. And basically, we haven't properly rolled it out, but we finished turn 3 with Lee having a character and 4
brimstones. The brimstones have been huge. To be fair, that character's been good as well.
So as you can see from the scoreboard, at the end of the turn, Lee is in the lead.
I think it's over.
But we're going to talk it through and then come back with the debrief for the final score. Well, there you have it, guys. What a game for 3 turns, anyway. The score's obviously flashing up on the screen right now. So, thoughts, Lee?
It was a really good game, actually. And like you say, it did cascade sort of from turn 3. Nothing was really going to work out as I hoped it might. Mm-hmm. But having said that, it was still really enjoyable. Got to throw a lot of big monsters around the board. Got them in some good stuff.
Yep.
And I actually didn't score a bad number of points.
No, absolutely. Finishing on 68 is actually really impressive there. Any key moments that could have changed? You do anything differently, or?
I think there were a couple of key moments. I think maybe I was too ambitious with Be'lakor. I really wanted to get him into a tank, and that just left him completely exposed to those Vanguard, which obviously ultimately saw him off. And then there was a couple of really weird swingy parts, and we mentioned it before, around the Keeper here. So absolutely should not have survived that reign of terror from all those las cannons and also cannons and everything else. But then did. And then I was like, oh great, I'm back in it here. This is going to cause a big issue. And then
the bomber went
and got like 5 wounds out of 6. So, you know, it's a dice game. You do what you can to prevent those things happening. But...
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you're right. It was very much a swing moment there. And like when you're playing, you'll quite often have those moments where, the dice have ruined. That should have happened. And it's so frustrating. What you have to try and remember is that it could quite easily catch back up the other way.
Well, that was a classic case where it did just like that.
It did.
That worked for me, worked for you.
Yeah. As I said on film, generally this list, when I've played it, I've gone behind early doors and then kind of just killed everything and then caught back up afterwards. And on turn 2, I was thinking, this is
I felt quietly confident in turn 2.
At no point in this game did I ever feel in control until it was all dead all of a sudden. Things just suddenly dropped. But I was kind of pinned in. You had all the objectives. You were scoring.
I was scoring really well on my primaries and secondaries.
Exactly. So no, you played it really well, and I think that's proof that Demons have a really tough time of it, especially with the Vanguards, because the Vanguards obviously just insane.
Couldn't think of a better target. Than
exactly. Monsters. It's ideal for them. But, you know, if things do go your way, I think there's a bit of a shot, unless you're facing a lot more Vanguard.
Yeah, which you see a lot. I mean, you've got a relatively small amount of Vanguard.
Yeah. Obviously, this list is nowhere near optimised. I'm going to start trying to push more towards that, moving on to the tournaments coming up soon. But yeah, I also don't really want to play 80.
You don't want to paint them.
Especially don't want to paint them, but it's not really my style. So I'll be trying to think of a way. It sounds like planes.
Yeah, I think the planes are fun.
Yeah, 4 or 5 planes might be the one. But yeah, no, for me, MVP, definitely the Vanguard. They went huge. And Bellacor's first run out, how was it?
That was really fun. I was saying off camera just now that if nothing else to go from the game, I would encourage people who haven't, just try him out now with the new rules. He is, I would imagine, normally quite tanky. He hits real hard, and he's just gorgeous. So he just looks so great when you're playing.
He's a beaut. Lovely. Well, that is us. Thank you very much, Lee.
Yeah, no worries at all. Hope everybody enjoyed the game.
Yes, absolutely. It was great fun to play. So yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.